Father's death has upset you, and you're going to cruise for a spell, and you'd like the Mary Gloster. I've held her ready for this. They'll put her in working order, and you'll take her out as she is. Yes, it was money idle when I patched her and laid her aside. Thank God I can pay for me fancies. The boat where your mother died. By the little paternosters, as you come to the Union Bank. We dropped her, I think I told you, and I pricked it off where she sank. Tiny she looked on the grating, that oily, treacly sea. 118 east, remember, and south just 3. Easy bearings to carry. 3 south, 3 to the dot. But I gave MacAndrew a copy in case of dying or not. So you'll write to MacAndrew, he's chief of the Maori line. They'll give him leave, if you ask 'em, and say it's business of mine. I built 3 boats for the Maoris, and very well pleased they were. And I've known Mac since the 50s, and Mac knew me, and her. After the first stroke warned me, I sent him the money to keep, against the time you'd claim it, committing your dad to the deep. For you were the son of my body, and Mac was my oldest friend. I've never asked him to dinner, but he'll see it out to the end. Stiff-necked Glasgow beggar. I've heard he's prayed for my soul, but he couldn't lie if you paid him, and he'd starve before he stole. He'll take the Mary in ballast, you'll find her a lively ship, and you'll take Sir Anthony Gloster, that goes on his wedding trip. Lashed in our old deck cabin, with all 3 portholes wide, the kick of the screw beneath him, and the round blue seas outside. Sir Anthony Gloster's carriage, our house flag flying free. 10,000 men on the payroll, and 40 freighters at sea. He made himself and 1,000,000, but this world is a fleeting show, and he'll go to the wife of his bosom, the same as he ought to go. By the heel of the paternosters, there isn't a chance to mistake, and Mac'll pay you the money as soon as the bubbles break. 5,000 for 6 weeks' cruising, the staunchest freighter afloat. And Mac, he'll give you your bonus the minute I'm out of the boat. He'll take you round to Macassar, and you'll come back alone. He knows what I want of the Mary. I'll do what I please with my own. Your mother had called it wasteful, but I've 37 more. I'll come in my private carriage, and bid it wait at the door. For my son he was never a credit. He muddled with books and art, and he lived on Sir Anthony's money, and he broke Sir Anthony's heart. There isn't even a grandchild, and the Gloster family's done. The only one you left me, oh mother, the only one. Arra and Trinity College, me slaving early and late, and he thinks I'm dying crazy, and you're in Macassar Strait. Flesh of my flesh, my dearie, for ever and ever, amen. That first stroke come for a warning. I ought to have gone to you then. But cheap prepares for a cheap un. The doctors said I'd do. Mary, why didn't you warn me? I always heeded to you. Except, I know about women, but you were a spirit now. And wife, they was only women, and I was a man, that's how. And a man, he must go with a woman, as you could not understand. For I never talked 'em secret, I paid 'em out of hand. Thank God I can pay for my fancies. Now what's 5,000 to me, for a berth off the paternosters, in the haven where I would be? I believe in the resurrection, if I read my Bible plain, but I wouldn't trust 'em at Woking. We're safer at sea again. For the heart it shall go with the treasure, go down to the sea in ships. I'm sick of the hired women. I'll kiss my girl on her lips. I'll be content with my fountain, I'll drink from my own well, and the wife of my youth shall charm me, and the rest can go to hell. Dicky, he will, that's certain. I'll lie in our stand-in bed, and Mac'll take her in ballast. and she trims best by the head. Down by the head and sinking, her fires are drawn and cold, and the water's splashing hollow on the skin of the empty hold, churning and choking and chuckling, quiet and scummy and dark, full to her lower hatches and rising steady. Hark! That was the after bulkhead. She's flooded from stem to stern. Never seen death yet, Dicky. Well, now is the time to learn. End of poem.